welcome to my video. So this is LabWC. This is my little configuration that I've done. Try to take Kanagawa Dragon Dark theme, mix it with Groovebox sort of color scheme, and just bash it all together. The panel bar I'm using here, this is called SFW bar. Okay, it's just default. I configured the workspace inside an rc.xml file that I had with OpenBox, which it was an OpenBox theme. Like if I right click a thing, you'll see Arch OpenBox, and this is basically this is actually a step I done like years ago when I first started. Well, not really first started using Arch Linux, but it's way before I started doing the distro spin, Tuxat Linux, around 2009. Cause like I started Arch in 2006. I used it quite a bit when I was living in Montreal at the time. And then when I came back home to the East Coast, well, Montreal to East Coast, well, to the Maritimes, to say, the East Coast. I went back, started using Arch Linux a lot more, because I was using Arch Linux in a VirtualBox when I was living in Montreal, because I had to keep Windows because my ex-girlfriend didn't want to use Linux. No one wanted to touch Linux. Even my mom, she wouldn't want to touch Linux. When I set up like a computer, I would put Linux on there. I go, you already use Firefox, so why do you need Windows? She's like, I want Windows. I don't want that cheap Linux stuff. I'm like, all right. I try to get her to like Linux. She doesn't like Linux. She likes Windows. And so my ex-girlfriend, she loved Windows. She didn't want to use anything else. Like, I think a lot of people prefer Windows, right? But anyways, it's not for everybody. I want everybody to use Arch Linux, but you can't force people to use a system that they don't want to use. Anyways, I set this up pretty good. This is not too bad. Like, I don't mind it. For a stacking desktop and old OpenBox familiar feel to it, I done the OpenBox, or it's an OpenBox theme, but it's LabWC theme. This theme will actually work in OpenBox as well. It looks pretty good. I done the buttons myself and I theme it up. It's not really like I gotta theme the menus better. Like these are all old programs that I had, and they don't work. I can get OpenBox key. That could probably work in menu. Like these programs could probably work in configure like menus for your LabWC, like how you can do with OpenBox. That could probably work. I don't think I have MC install. That's not gonna want to close, right? Yeah, just close it. So I don't have MC install. I usually install it. Maybe I forgot. Yeah, I haven't been using the consoles too long. I used to use MC a lot back in the day. Let's try it again. Alright, I don't have the theme. I do have a theme for MC that actually I can transparent and put a dark color scheme to it. It looks nice. But yeah, I hadn't been playing around with MC, which I used to use it a lot. I don't use it much nowadays. I mean, it's good, but I just use a file manager. If I'm in the desktop, I'm also use a GUI file manager. That's the way I look at it. That's the whole idea of using a GUI desktop, right? But anyways, that's just a little. This is a little quick video. I don't want to make it too long. It's just a fall video from, from a Hyperland video. You could actually run. There's some Wayland docs that you can get that works I can use. I try to make this bar. I try to put it on the position on top. I don't know how to do it. Like I really don't. I managed to change. And I managed to put an Arch Linux logo there, which is cool. So I got a menu here. It's pretty. It's kind of like XSE4 in a way, not entirely, but it's very keep it simple. It's kind of like actually it reminds me a lot like IceWM and JWM, like the panel. I really like that because it's kind of old school. It reminds you like the old window manager. And this here is something I would use too as well. It's very keep it simple, it's basic. I like the color scheme, and it works really well as well. But I still prefer Hyperland. But this is nice too. I really like this desktop because I'm a big fan of OpenBox. I'm also a big fan of MCWM, and when I used to use Awesome WM back in the day, I also used that in floating mode. Right, a lot of the Talon managers, I love them. I use them in floating mode, and I only use Talon when I need to use Talon, because I don't like everything to be auto Talon all the time. Personally, I don't like that. I only need Talon if I need things to be Talon, which is it's useful. I use it as a tool, or an option of an option, or a mode, like, you know what I mean. But I really like to use floating mode because I just like to have full control over my applications. I do this the way I set this up is how I have it set up in Hyperland as well. But I can also minimize, maximize, close, and I have a panel bar, which Hyperland, it doesn't show any title bar. The OpenBox will show a title bar. I say OpenBox, I mean LabWC. It's basically OpenBox on Wayland. Anyways, yeah, LabWC is pretty cool. I think that I actually did an okay job with the theme. I don't know if it looks pretty cool. I see some LabWC screenshots on Reddit, and I think mine look pretty cool. I never made a post of my LabWC, but here's a video of it. I configure a little bit. I'm not really done. It's very, very bad. It's just a bunch of programs that I use. It's all like, I don't have that installed either. But anyways, yeah, LabWC. If you guys love that, if anybody likes using OpenBox back in the day, definitely check out LabWC. It works pretty good as well. And Sway Lock works. You can use Sway notifications with it, and I use Sway background. Same thing. I like pretty much how I use Hyperland. All the tools I use for Hyperland, it all works in LabWC, which I mentioned in my previous video as well. So yeah, LabWC. What a name for it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Cheers. Huh. It's interesting how it doesn't show like stop. Like you'll stop it. Just say start. That is interesting.